It never ceases to amaze me how regime media and the political class can sustain such a contrived outrage over such a massive nothing burger. Oh no, Lee Anderson, a Tory MP, said Islamists have gotten control over London Mayor Sadiq Khan. Cue days of hysterical pearl clutching, endless faux sanctimonious browbeating over Islamophobia. We've literally had months of Islamist agitators taking over the streets of London, committing literal crimes in front of police on a daily basis, waving terrorist flags, chanting terrorist slogans, while native Brits get arrested for carrying Union Jack flags. MPs bombarded with violent threats by Islamists if they don't vote for a ceasefire. Threats so severe the Speaker of the House had to upend parliamentary procedure to appease the Islamists. And then some of those very same MPs have the nerve to grandstand with feigned outrage, like Lee Anderson's completely accurate comments are the real problem. This after an Islamist literally murdered Tory MP David Amess at his own constituency surgery. Labour MPs are now having to hire bodyguards to protect them from Islamists. But Lee Anderson warning about the threat posed by Islamists, oh, that's the real issue. Mike Freer MP resigned after his constituency office was burned down by Islamists. Oh, but don't you dare talk about the Islamists. Annalise Dodds MP literally needs a police escort to protect her from Islamists, then comes out and says the far right is the real threat. Absolute bollocks. 90% of the 43,000 extremists on MI5's watch list or Islamists. If you enjoy mafia movies, we've got a real-life capo whose character was played in the movie Goodfellas about to tour the UK in March. It's Michael Francis, a former high-ranking mobster in the Colombo crime family, one of the 5 big families of the New York Mafia. His father was a hitman with dozens of kills, and in partnership with the Russian Mafia, Michael made millions of dollars a week for the mob in a gas tax scam. Fortune magazine listed him number 18 on its list of the 50 most wealthy and powerful mafia bosses. If you love the old school mafia stories, tickets are available on Eventbrite. And there are several different locations around the country to choose from. I've put a link at the top of the description box in this video. It's not every night you get a chance to meet someone out of the Goodfellas, is it? So get ready to hear captivating stories straight out of the mouth of a former mob boss. Get your tickets via the link down below, but hurry because they're selling out fast, so act now to secure yours. Then the media maniacally inflates the controversy like what Anderson said was beyond the pale. BBC News is still leading on Lee Anderson and the narrative that the problems facing Britain is Islamophobia in the Tory party. Yesterday's bulletin didn't even mention that female MPs need extra security or that Parliament had changed its rules under threat of violence. And just like that, Britain is talking about Lee Anderson instead of politicians being threatened to vote certain ways by certain communities. If I see the word Islamist, I just assume I'm about to read the incoherent ramblings of a crazed racist. Oh wow, Islamists don't even exist now. Yeah, tell that to the loved ones of the Charlie Hebdo cartoonists. Tell that to the families of the kids who got blown up at a pop concert in Manchester. If I see the name Frankie Boyle, I just assume I'm about to read the incoherent ramblings of a cunt. As Connor Tomlinson notes, Sadiq Khan has a storied history of being very friendly with Islamists. Grooming gangs are running amok. Local authorities in many cases prevented the culprits from facing justice because they didn't want to upset Islamists. Mobs of Islamists, most of whom we don't even know who they are, rock up on boats every single day. Mobs of Islamists are allowed to scream and shout every kind of obscenity in London every single weekend, the nature of which would get right-wingers locked up for years. Nothing happens to them though, because we don't want to upset the Islamists. Islamists are killing, targeting and violently threatening MPs to the point where it directly interferes in the functioning of our own parliament. But Lee Anderson's bad for being mean to Sadiq Khan and talking about Islamists. Give me a fucking break. If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website, modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.